So Anna and I moved here 5 years ago because God had called us to become missionaries in Mexico, specifically Zacatecus. 2 years ago we started a church plant in a community called CTM, and there we have been raising up leaders that we're deeply passionate about. We've seen God move in quite large ways. Before we first moved down here, there was a lot of violence going on in the city. People actually had told us just before you guys moved here it was some of the worst years Zacatecus had ever had in regards to gang violence. Since then, it's kind of calmed down a lot. I believe that just has to do with being carriers of the presence of God, that we just go and try and love on the community as a whole. God's done a lot in Zacatecus in regards to the Christians rising up and saying, enough's enough, we're going to take over this city for God. So we're very passionate about getting people connected to us, getting connected to what we do, because we are a church that is different. We just are very passionate about loving on people in a practical way. We see poverty, we see hungry kids. How can I meet that need? We also give out grocery bags, and that's another way we just kind of meet a practical need. God, give us the poor, give us the last, give us the lost. Let that be our inheritance, so that we can really just, focus on raising up people out of that into who they should be, who God has called them to be, in their identity. Come as you are. You don't have to clean up to come to God. God came here as a baby in the muck and the mire to reach down to us. We try and reach out to who they are and where they're at and love on them. And something that I would say, if you are considering coming down here, you're really going to get your heart broken when you're playing with some kids. You're going to get your heart broken when you go see the wheat shoal. You're really going to get to see what it's like to collect recycling from the dump. That's how they get paid. It is a stark contrast between what we live in America compared to what we live here in Mexico. But that's just really more the surface. I think what really a lot of people get passionate about when they come to Zacatecus is that our ministry is really connecting teams to people's lives and building relationships and getting to know people and how they live and how God has changed their lives. It seems like something so simple, yet it makes such a huge impact in these kids' lives. So when you come down here, just come with the expectation of, how can I partner with what God's doing? How can I connect and see what can I be a part of? It's an investment in the kingdom is what it is. See what God's doing and just come with the open heart of, okay, God, I'm here. Use me. What are you wanting me to do? How can I participate in what you're already doing here? How can I give of what I have to your kingdom and your service? So what I see God really doing in Mexico is if we can somehow get the youth engaged in the church, get engaged into Jesus, really. If they can get actually connected into what Jesus is doing and radically changed for the Holy Spirit, that's when I think we're going to see the largest generation of great change in Mexico. And a huge, what I'm praying for is a revival here in Mexico, where the young people just say, something's got to change. And that we are there and we're saying, we can be the change with you. Let's be that change together. Let's make Zacatecus known for God. God is doing something here. We're going to be a part of something big. There's a lot changing. And we're so excited that we get to be a part of that.